Antiquarian Book Fair, and Charlie's got something to say about it.
Here we are at the 26th Annual California International Antiquarian Book Fair. Strange thing, these books. You know, when the human species first started, there was oral tradition. I went out and killed me a dinosaur today. Told the friends about it around the fire. After a few years, people started writing this stuff down on the cave walls. Pretty soon it became books. Future generations could enjoy those stories from the past. Then people started making stuff up. Now we have antiquarian books. You know, pretty soon, these books, even new ones, will be antiquarian. My Harlequin romances will be a thing of the past. So let's look around and enjoy these things while we still can enjoy them. Do you remember the first book that you chose to read? Not, you know, Dick and Jane or anything like that, but what was the first book that you picked out and read for yourself because this is something you wanted?
The Crisis.
The Crisis. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
It's by Thomas Paine, man that wrote Common Sense. And I love the beginning of it. These are the times that try men's souls.
Probably a travel narrative. Probably a travel narrative. Exploration, South Pole, something like that.
All right. Well, have you been?
No, never.
The first book I remember is a Beauty and the Beast type book. And the first book I chose to read was my first grade reader.
Mother Lode, Western Geology.
Wait a minute. Mother Lode, is that, what does that mean?
Well, that's along Highway 49 from, south along the Sierra from Highway 49, Columbia, north to Downeyville, that area. It's quite a historical event, of course, in the history of California.
Isn't that where that cannibalism was?
Well, that was with the Donner Party.
Oh, right.
Going over Donner Pass.
I loved Aesop's fables, and I especially liked the illustrations.
Do you remember any favorite fable?
And the Hare and the Tortoise.
Oh, right.
And they were so useful. They sort of taught me how to behave.
Has she lived up to that?
Absolutely.
All right, well, all right. Keep that ink out of your hair and have a good day. Another one of the many exciting, fascinating things here at the Antiquarian Book Fair is that you can bring your books and get them appraised. Now, I, myself, Charlie Dickens, have brought my favorite book. It's called The Unicorn Book of 1952, a rare vintage book. And let's find out just what this thing is worth. And right now I'm talking to
George Kane.
George Kane. George, take a look and try not to, be careful with those pages.
I should go wash my hands.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, this book is one of the finer examples of the publications of America. It's worth 50 cents any day.
Really, that much?
Yeah. You might get 75 for it.
Would you give me 75?
Well, I'd have to give you half of it because we book dealers have to make profits, you know. So I'd give you 35 and I'd throw in an extra nickel.
And we're going to be searching for the blood signature of Lenny Bruce. Do people really still read books?
People really still read books.
Why should they?
Why should they? Because the most interesting things in the world are in books, not on television.
You know, that seems to be the case, except with us, right here. Do you think they had Post-its back then?
Charlie, that was just a beautiful, beautiful piece.